I mean, just because it's Louisville, the winner of this game, I said it the other day. I think is ranked on Monday. So, in my opinion, when those games like that happen, it's pretty much a ranked game. I mean, like, and I think Louisville fans know you win this game, you now go into a bye week next week, and you set yourself up 5-0, ranked in the top 25. You get a week off, and then you get to go to Miami.
Does the bye week looming factor in to any of the doubtfuls, questionables, play, sit?
Oh, sure. I mean, I imagine it does. I imagine it does. If you have a guy, and we should hear tonight, we should get the injury report.
The first. There's a Thursday, a Friday, and the game time, right?
Yeah. I think so. I think it's how it goes. But I mean, we should get on tonight that kind of gives us if there's any like surprise outs. Like last week, it was Kewan Brown's out. Oh, nobody knew that. Like that was kind of a surprise. So
okay. So what does Coach Steve do with the okay, like what percentage healthy would you have to be to play for Coach Steve or get it shut down getting ready for Miami?
You're playing these next two games. These next they're big. So I'm weighing less on the side of caution against Virginia and Miami now, because I backed those up with Boston College at home and at Virginia Tech and then Cal at home.
As long as you're not going to hurt our team out there.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Now, yes, absolutely. Now, I'm not playing somebody that's like injured. It's like, yeah, dude, he can't run.
You're not playing Byron Leftwich.
Yeah, right. Yeah, where he's hobbling down the field.
You got to carry
it. I don't err on the side of caution for these, especially, and you know what? This is going to sound a little, I don't like saying it. It's going to sound a little loserish. I'm not a huge fan of even letting it come out of my mouth, but I'm going to. To me, this one is one you want to get even more, because not get. I mean, you would obviously rather win the Miami game. Like, what are we talking about here? But
are you not? You're not afraid to say that.
Yeah. But you win this game against Virginia. That's a ranked win. You're now 5-0. You go into a bye. It doesn't hurt you at all to go. Now it hurts if you go into Miami and just get your brains beat out. Then it would be like, well, that's yuck. But if you go in,
you're just saying Miami's a lot more losable.
Yeah, yes, because you could get a rematch with them in the ACC title game still. Like, so you go into Miami, you play a really good game, and it's like, man, that was a good game, and Miami just come out on top. It was at Miami, Miami ends up winning the game by 6 or whatever, touchdown, and you're like, man, those two teams went back and forth on a Friday night. It was a hell of a football game. Number 21, 22 Louisville versus number 2 Miami. I mean, they played each other well, and you lose that game. It's not the end of the world. I mean, you come back, you play Boston College, you play Virginia Tech, you play Cal, and then you set up for Clemson and SMU and try to earn your way back into a rematch with them in Charlotte,
Is Florida State just undisciplined?
I mean, are you referencing the Florida State Virginia game?
Yes.
There were things in that game that would trouble me.
And I'm sorry, I'm just going to be peppering you with all of my questions, all my Virginia thoughts.
No. There are things in that Florida State Virginia game that would trouble me if I was a Florida State fan when it as it pertains to the rest of the season.
Something in particular?
No, just their inability, to block Virginia a lot. And it was like, you might have had Alabama muscles. Because guess what? Alabama looks pretty good. I mean, now, it's funny. You're firing Caleb DeBoer. Everybody hated him. And now it's like, Alabama looks pretty good. Now you've moved on. Now we're sitting here in October 2nd, and it's like, man, Bama's pretty good.
And my theory with Alabama was kind of like, y'all may have to clean out your habitual winners. Does that make sense?
Yeah, right.
You got to
clean, absolutely.
Almost like your fan base, your habitual winners. Everybody who forgets how hard it is to win from game to game.
Yep.
It's like you have to get them out of your environment. Like I said, that's
losing
fans.
to you guys were losing in the playoff. Like that was like you didn't care. A regular season, it was like whatever, man. What do we do? Postseason. Did we lose in the national title game? Did we lose in a 14 playoff? Did we? You've got to almost relearn that y'all were overlooking the. It takes a lot to get there.
You thought about losing in the playoffs. Saban thought about losing the practice.
Absolutely.
Yeah, who won the practice? Who won the rep? And that was like the culture. But it's like, you got to get those guys that forget that. Okay, once I signed with Alabama, we're going to be in the championship. Like the players too.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
right.
So what is the text line direction?
The first one was about the Brom comment on his show last night. So I guess we'll go ahead. You have not heard this yet.
I have not.
So this was Coach Brom as it pertains to scheduling, specifically the Georgia game going forward. So we'll go ahead and we'll play that one now.
Are we still playing Georgia next year? Everybody's going to the 9-game conference schedule. I know you have said publicly you want to keep that.
Well, I don't know if I'm supposed to say. We want to play Georgia. We've gathered some information where maybe that's, I don't want to speak out of tune, and I don't know if it's vice versa. So I'm hopeful that we can play the game, but I don't know where that's at right now. But as far as us, we have Georgia on the schedule the next 2 years and A&M the next 2 years. Yeah. Look, I'm a football guy just like you guys are. I want to see good games, and if that means we have a super tough schedule, I'm all for it. And I want to compete, and I want our players and fans to be a part of great competition and play great opponents. So I would hope that we can do that, but we'll see.
All right.
What did that sound like? I need the interpreter, Steve.
That sure sounds like that they're getting word that Georgia's probably going to pull out of that game next year. And it kind of sounds like he's putting them on blast. I mean, look, the one thing Coach Brom is not afraid to do, he showed it over the summer, is tell you when somebody doesn't want to play us. And some of that, I think, is a little bit of a little brother.
That's got to be frustrating.
Syndrome. Yes.
Yeah.
When you're like, hey, and I mean syndrome because of where we're at in the pecking order of college football.
Yep.
Where it's like, hey man, like no, you're signing these deals, and then you guys are chickening out, and it's not going to be portrayed as chickening out. It's going to be portrayed as like, well, they play in the SEC, so you don't want to play. And we're like, okay, so you can't have it both ways. Is it the weak little Louisville in the ACC? Or you should just come in here and rip our rear end and win the game and let's go home.
And it'll get replaced. I want to see who you replace it with. And then that's where the frustration will really kick in.
Yes, exactly. And it's like, okay, so, and I mean, look, and I'm not one of those that's like, I'm not just out here like, oh, Georgia's scared to play Louisville, end of story, but it's like, hey, man, like, I mean, Georgia, you're going to be favored in that game. Like, I don't even know the rosters next year. You know what I'm saying? And like, Georgia's going to be favored. It's game 3. Georgia's going to be a minimum 5-6 point favorite. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to come in here at minimum that probably. And it's like, you don't want to.
God, it sucks. It sucks to say, but it's like, I don't want no parts of that Louisville team. Yeah, I don't want any part. And I'm going to be, first of all, I'm going to be plucking at Isaac Brown and Duke Watson and whoever else has some eligibility that's a playmaker, because I respect Coach Brom's ability to go find those jewels and get them a year. So you're going to have that. Sure. That you wouldn't even. Don't you dare let him get a hold of a couple of your SEC super talents, right?
Yeah.
Heading in this offseason. Like I'm serious. Like, if I hate to say this out loud, Steve, but if I am anybody in the Georgia camp, I'm like, dude, we're gonna find a way to get out of this one.
Yeah.
Like I said, when you make the joke and you say, yeah, Chris Bell's like, not a lot of teams have that.
I know.
You know, and it's like he's going to get like what he's done with the Garendo and Jacory and just the machine. Like I said, running backs coach, you know, defense coordinator. Like, don't let him right now. The recruiting of defensive linemen around college football, like the pitch, the sales pitch that we have right now, when you look at Clev Lubin, Renee Conga,
yep.
You know, I mean, Wesley Bailey, like, hey, just young fella, you're stuck on that second deep, or you're in there sharing time. You get in our scheme, we'll have you on the numbers, we'll have you on the boards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
crazy. We'll put you on the boards wherever you want to be. You don't want to mess with that. If you go back, and this is just me again, I'm being at Georgia Advisory Committee. Again, if you're just flirting with the film, what was the final score? Like, we always say Georgia plays with their food a little bit when they play Kentucky, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you just happen to be Georgia kicking back and watching the last SEC opponent that Louisville played was Kentucky, and you see that from last year, you're like, hey, team meeting. How can we get out of this one? This will set us back centuries if we lose to them.
Yeah. What if you're Georgia? And what if you show up to Cardinal Stadium and Jeff Brom's team just feels like playing that day, and the stadium is rocking, and you look up and you're down 31-6?
Steve,
I don't know that Georgia can recover from that.
Steve,
and I wonder if that's not what they're worried about.
Everybody is invested in that game. If you got that time spot by yourself or something, and other people were able to sit around and watch you take a piece of Georgia, first of all, enjoy it, because it'll be the last season Coach Brom is here.
No, look, that's the beauty of Coach Brom.
Look. Well, listen. Put it this way: your off season is going to be tumultuous, to say the least. You'll be fighting rumors all off season.
Maybe NFL. We'll say NFL.
Okay, somebody's going to come knocking.
He ain't leaving for another college. That one don't even bother me.
Okay, listen to this, Steve.
Yeah,
I'm Georgia. I throw in the Clemson.
Mm-hmm.
I throw in the Clemson from last year.
Yeah.
The Clemson that made the playoffs. The only way you can gatekeep is not play this game. Or play it, and mysteriously, Louisville, Georgia gets 0 penalties, like the entire game.
Which never happened, right?
Like, no penalty, Steve, the entire game. Not one penalty.
We got a couple on film. This texter right here says something, and I'll take their point, but I'm going to use the opposite. The texter says they're scared because of what happened to Florida State or what Florida State did to Alabama this year. Well, let me flip that, though. Maybe that helps the case, because if Alabama, who just beat Georgia, by the way, if Alabama lost that game to Florida State and still ends up in the picture, then maybe that starts to help the fact that you can go play these games. And if you get beat, it's not the end of the world, you know?
But it makes it tougher. And
without question.
This is Florida State. Florida State has enough cachet to say, oh, well, they got the athletes. You know, they can do it.
Well, I do agree with
I
that
still
too.
don't think Louisville's going to get the national cachet to say, just so you don't have the push. You don't have that, I mean, you should. You should when you. I mean, like I said,
Well, but in Louisville's biggest seasons, I mean, they've not had to necessarily go through the SEC. I mean, like Kentucky, but I'm talking about the SEC. Like, not whatever Kentucky does, but it's like even my father-in-law put in the group text when he's like, "I'm just apathetic." I'm like, when you've lost him, you've lost everybody. Like, he's the diehard of diehards. But it's you've always had to go through Miami, or even when you weren't in the ACC, it was you had to go through Miami out of conference, or Florida State, or and in conference, it's been Clemson added to that and stuff. You've never had a Louisville, and I think that's why we're so uptight about it, because it takes away our opportunity to maybe go through a Georgia.
right.
Like in a big season and go, yeah, no, we've beat them, because that's kind of your next step.
Or them not being able to hand pick or spoon feed I can stick a early overrated ACC snack in front of Georgia, make them food, and then kill the narrative for the rest of the season.
Because it puts Louisville in another pickle, because who do you replace that game with if that ends up happening?
On the YouTube channel.
And I know we beat Florida in the Sugar Bowl, Texter. I'm with you on that. But I mean, like in the regular season.
But yeah, because the Sugar Bowl is another that's so easy to brush off.
It's so easy to brush off. See, you can't brush it off in game 3 and say, well, Georgia wasn't. I mean, that Florida game, I mean, it didn't. The horn went off, and Kirk Herbstreit was on the panel right there in New Orleans going, you could tell Florida didn't even care. But you can't do that in a regular
season game.
Like,
right here.
So they came here and didn't care. Okay.
Listen, on the YouTube channel text line, Nick Campbell says Notre Dame not being in the conference frustrates me. How much would Notre Dame be able to change that if they had to play in a conference schedule?
I don't necessarily care that Notre Dame's not in there. I wish we had the Clemson deal with them, though. That's the thing that bothers me, because actually Notre Dame, to me, is one that we have had. So maybe Notre Dame could maybe amend my previous statement. Like, yeah, we haven't had to go through the SEC, but we have went through Notre Dame a few times.
Mm-hmm.
And that they are SEC cachet. To me, that's the same. Like, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, Notre Dame, you beat up on Notre Dame, you get the same kind of respect there.
Todd makes reference to Georgia Tech and Georgia Tech with their Georgia game.
Yeah, but I mean, we're playing the Kentucky game. I mean, Florida's playing the Florida State game. South Carolina's going to play the Clemson game. It's then the SEC just needs to blanket come out and say that's the only other game we're playing, and then we're picking 2 games out of conference that we can win. Because Brom said it last night. I mean, Brom flat out said, I'm fine if we played 12 Power 4 teams.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would prefer that. He said, would it be do you have that? Oh, no, you were looking at me like you had it. If you do, you can play it. But yeah, I mean, just referencing that, and we'll see if we can get it. But he said, I mean, look, I'm fine. He's like, would it make it to be an extremely tough schedule? Like, I mean, like, ugh. Yeah. But he's like, I'm a football guy, man. Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I can paraphrase this one. But he said, I'm a football guy. I would rather watch and coach in big games.
Would a 12-game schedule of all Power 4, would it favor the teams with the better coaches or better rosters?
Probably. I mean, probably the better coaches, because at that point you're all. I mean,
would you say deeper rosters, more injuries?
Yeah, I mean, maybe depth, but I mean that's just. I mean that's for everybody. I mean, I think if you're willing to play that type of schedule, you probably have a decent roster, or you're able to recruit at a decent level. So that means everybody's roster is somewhat on the same.
Does Ruben Owens regret not coming here? From Macro on the text line.
No, probably not. I mean, he's maybe. I mean, yeah, because they didn't go well, but I don't. I'm sure he was paid well.
He doesn't have the utter regrets.
Yeah, yeah. Like I'm sure he was fine. I mean, he committed to Satterfield, and then he with Brom there, he was like probably like, I don't know.
Right, right.
Yeah, like
Of course that. But you know how you have a guy who doesn't come here and he sees some running backs balling out, and he's like, that should have been me.
I mean, I'm sure the thought has crossed his mind, right? Like, I'm sure I'm sure he's watched it and been like, oh, but I mean, he's a Texas kid. He's playing at Texas A&M.
What position? What position do you think is most? I should have went to another school.
That's a good question. I mean,
Quarterback?
receivers probably always think quarterback and receivers. They probably always think that they're better off. Like a receiver always thinks I'm better off with a better quarterback.
I should be getting at least
Yeah.
15 attempts a game.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Like
So probably receiver first, quarterback second.
Yeah. Quarterback probably. Yeah.
Yeah, because you have so many
Quarterbacks
people to
having a
blame.
bad year.
You can blame the line. You can blame the running game. You can blame the
You blame the
receivers for
coach.
dropping.
I mean,
And you
the
can blame the
coach
coach.
for quarterbacks is to me is number one. You just like he just ain't put me in the right spots. Like like this ain't what I signed up for. Texter said I'm reading this blind, so I don't know. Texter says I have another question. Can Louisville get Notre Dame to replace Georgia at least for 1 or 2 years? I know that Texas A&M is further down the road than the Georgia series. I mean, that was my thing. I wish Notre Dame. Oh, I don't know what something just came out of me. Soda or something, but sorry, but it was. I wish like Notre Dame signed that deal with like Clemson, where they're signing like a 4 or 5 year deal or something. Like I wish Louisville could have got that with Notre Dame.
Yeah,
then you would have Kentucky and Notre Dame every year.
Again, I'm trying to find ways to break through the narrative, and I keep on saying, Marcus, in any other position, you would not play yourself. You would not play.
Yeah.
If you're Notre Dame, why? No coach. I swear, it's one of our gifts that we love and a super curse. The idea, Steve, that your job is on the line because you're supposed to beat Louisville, and Louisville is just like I think Chris sent me an article, but it was one of those barometer comments.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's a gatekeeping. Louisville is maybe the ultimate gatekeeper. We'll get you fired.
Yeah.
If we feel like we have more resources than Louisville, it'll get you fired, or it'll get you on the hot seat quicker than just like a random upset.
Yeah. No, it's definitely a place that you can go in and you could dominate the game, or you could come in and you could get your butt kicked in there.
Okay, last question before we hit break.
Yeah.
Trying to bust through. Does your look matter with Virginia? How you play, how you look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, and when I say how you look, I am not even talking about the scoreboard. Like I think if you look, because like Pittsburgh, for instance, you won that game and we're jacked. And Paul Rogers said it best on Monday. He said, you go through all these emotions, but at the end of the day, the only one that matters is the end emotion. That's the one you remember the most. And and it was euphoria. You won the game. Man, that was great back and forth. Like you ever played a really tough game and you're like Florida in the Elite Eight when we come back and beat them. It's like once it was over, I'm like, I wouldn't have had it any other way. Oh, it was awesome that way. During the game, I'm like, this is hell.
Right.
Like I'm down 12. This is hell. Yeah, I'm getting killed. But
Does it matter for somebody that didn't watch it live and then they go back and then they say,
no, it does, because even for Louisville fans, I mean, when the day goes, 3 days goes by, you still kind of have that stink of the first quarter in there, and you're like, oh, we kind of were sloppy offensively.
Does an outside party take that first quarter with them?
Yeah. I mean, they can.
Or is that because they're looking for one? Like, if I'm looking for a reason, we gave them a reason with the bad start.
Maybe, but I mean, I think majority of people are like, what did Miller Moss do this weekend? He had 339 and 4 touchdowns. They're like, oh man, he was amazing. I mean, you're like, man, he was great all the way around. You're like, yeah, well, I mean, he had some overthrows and pretty terrible first quarter actually. And so I don't know that nationally, I don't think they do probably. I think locally we do. I think locally we live by it and go, I mean, because what if the end of the first quarter against Virginia is a rock fight and it's 0-0 and then Louisville wins the game 28-3? I think at the end of the day, people are just going to be like, man, Louisville just busted them. We're going to be like, what? Well, we threw an interception and fumbled once in the first quarter and couldn't get, ugh.
Is that like a Tuesday on forward, like Tuesday through
probably
Friday morning? We're thinking about cleaning up. What do we have to fix?
Yeah.
How are we gonna get out of this? How are we gonna get out of this? How are we gonna avoid this happening again?
Yeah, 100%. I think that's where we're at today when we look back at Pitt and say, okay, let's clean up. I always say Thursdays are the days when you get the real feelings of the last week and the week ahead.
The meshing of this is my last.
Yeah.
This is my last day to be worried.
Yeah. This is like you really get people's feelings on Thursday, in my opinion. Like that's when you get like, okay, let's see what we got here. I'm really breaking it down.
Okay, I'll tell you what. We'll get a reset. Take a quick commercial break. Here on 93.9 The Ville.
Kevin Kugler here from Westwood One. Join me and Ross Tucker.
Run straight to where we rap it true. Cardinal red, black and white, that's our crew. Ballin' hard on the court, scoring touchdowns too. Louisville's finest, we're coming through. Young center back, freedom, all memories. Gridiron legends, Cardinal legacy. From Muhammad Ali to Lamar Jackson's fleet, we put on for the city, can't you see? Made for the Ville, yeah, we built different. L's up high, keep 'em raised to the ceiling. Cardinal Nation, feel the ground shaking. Made for the Ville, history in the making. Derby City flow, Southern hospitality. Slugger feel the church, or we got duality. BBN who, we the real Kentucky. Cars fly together, that's our reality. From the west end to the east, Cardinal pride don't never cease. Throw your wheels up, let them know. Louisville's here to run the show. Made for the field, yeah, we built different. L's up high, keep 'em raised to the ceiling. Cardinal Nation, feel the ground shaking. Louisville taking over.
We fixed the cracks.
Oh man, sorry.
Fun,
Okay, here's the thing. If you got a business, small business, you want to advertise, I'm gonna have to start running my own commercials during
it happens
the show, because the background music that they're using at the studio is getting the YouTube channel copyright hits. Okay, all good. So yeah, listen, if you have a small business
points on every bet.
or a large business,
Offers found nowhere else, like a
get
second
with me.
chance on a first touchdown bet,
Or
and
we'll-
keep an eye out.
we gotta
for
come up with some
rewards
stock
dropping in your
YouTube
account
commercials.
throughout the season. Sign up with bonus code COSTOS, KOSTOS.
I just gotta
for
time it up with Nikki.
$1,500 back in bonus bets if you don't win your first bet. BetMGM, make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly.
Guess I'll
See
make a four
BetMGM.com
pegs,
for terms. Must be
a
21 years of
Citadel.
age or older. Indiana only. New customer offer.
Four
Subject to
pegs, a
eligibility
Citadel,
requirements. Rewards are not
Kentucky and a
bonus
pump
bets that
sales.
expire in 7 days. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
Now's the time to see what you've been missing at Family Stadium.
Macro, that's funny.
2026 Louisville City or Racing Louisville season tickets get you the rest of the 2025 regular season free. That's right. Free games now to see Louisville's Pro Soccer teams. LynnFamilyStadium.com for more information. The sooner you buy next year's season tickets, the more
Sun Belt Mike, yeah, they got some talent. They just,
women's team racing
I don't like the game plan, and I don't like the discipline. It's poor tackling. They're trying to strike a little bit, but not really going for it.
fan. You're always searching for that home field advantage. And speaking of home,
Temperature control is and always will be one of the most valuable resources one could have. If you agree with this sentiment, then DFH Company is most certainly the company for you. Simply dial 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Make sure you look into the Mitsubishi Mini Split like the one we use at the 93.9 Studios for that hard to heat, hard to cool room in your home. Again, 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Outside of the Miami Florida State game, are there any other interesting games?
As far as nationally?
Yes.
Or
any ones that you are particularly interested in, just like that might be a game that you would like to sit around and see? Are there any transitive games that you might kind of want to see, you know, what that means for us or the ACC?
Yeah, I mean, Georgia will have played. I mean, of course, they're your rival, but I mean, you know, that one right now is 20.5 Georgia. It probably won't cover, as weird as that is. All right.
No,
But,
Georgia, they have a under the table handshake agreement with Kentucky.
Yeah, no, I mean, Kirby Smart said it basically. You know, he was like, yeah, no, it's my guy. I mean, he said in the press conference, he's like, I think Kentucky fans are stupid for not like respecting this guy, which I will say, I think a lot of SEC coaches do mock Kentucky fans a touch. Like you guys were total butt cheeks. Like your rival would like chuckle at, oh God. I mean, I remember not even having nerves, just going to Kentucky Louisville, opening the season back in Bobby 1.0, like, dude, we're going to kill this team.
James Madison is a 19.5-point favorite over Georgia State.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, James Madison's one I'm going to keep watching.
James Madison definitely carved out a space on the money line, Maben.
Yeah. I mean, Vandy, Bama,
What's your interest level on that one?
It'll be during our game, so I mean, I'm whatever. I'll check the score afterwards. I am kind of interested. I think Bama kicks their rear end, but that's just me. So I mean, that's kind of one of those. I mean, Texas is playing at Florida. Florida's kind of in shambles, They look like they're kind of, and then Texas,
are they the ultimate death march game?
Could be, yeah. I mean, but then, yeah, I mean, Miami, Florida State. I mean, that's the game of the day, I mean, that's the one everybody's going to be watching. That's one,
What time do they play?
7:30. They're the ABC 7:30 game.
Okay. Boston College, Pitt.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you got a team you just played and a team you're going to play in a couple weeks. I mean, what happens in that game matters. If Pittsburgh busts Boston College up, you're going to probably not worry as much about that game. I mean, not that you're overly worried. I mean, it's a home game against Boston College. I expect to win that one. It's not, I'm not saying you have to win, but I'm saying I expect to win that one. I expect to beat Boston College and Cal at home. I do. But I expect to beat Virginia at home. So, and I think Virginia's better than both those teams. So, I mean, of course. But, yeah, I mean, that, Pittsburgh, you imagine if you look at the score at the end of the day and you're like, oh, Pittsburgh beat Boston College by 20, then you're like, well, we're going to kill them.
What score or result do you need against Virginia to move up to 19?
You'd probably have to just destroy them. I mean, you'd probably be looking at one of those 56-10, just beat downs, just where you're like, yeah, I mean, 10. Yeah, I mean,
we'll
you probably have to just kill them. Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. I mean, look, see, this is where you get people mad because I'm trying to tell, Louisville's not moving over 21 tops. So, and you're out here throwing 16 around.
56-10, I expect to be 16 for 7.
Yeah, I mean, we probably should be. I mean, that would be common sense.
I'd be 5-0 and just dog walked the team that busted number 8, Florida State.
Yeah. Yep. No, it's going to be, it's going to be a heck of a game. It's going to be a heck of an atmosphere, too. Crowd's going to be good.
And a turned-up environment, Steve.
Yeah.
You don't think that can leave a better impression than 21?
No, they're going to rank you 21. Maximum.
The max.
If you're that.
The max spot is 21.
Yeah. But, I will say this, though. Let me try to fight back on myself. Virginia, Virginia's undefeated. Except they're not. They lost to NC State.
And they already lost.
So them beating Florida State was enough to put them in the top 25. And they watched them lose to NC State. NC State's not great.
Where did they play at? Because
I think that game,
it wasn't considered an ACC game.
No, I think it was at NC State. I think it was a home game for NC State. Yeah, because they're playing the next 2 years in a non-con game. But yeah, I think it was at NC State. But still, it's like, dude, they're 4-1, and I mean, so they beat Florida State. And I mean, and like Virginia's other games are. I mean, you think ours were? You think Pittsburgh or EKU and Bowling Green were bad? I mean, like they've played nobody.
You did say the schedule yesterday, and I remember thinking like JMU and Pitt.
Yeah, I mean, so far,
tougher than them.
I mean, Virginia's played. Well, I mean, I guess they played Stanford, but I mean, they've played.
Stanford it's a money line made but sure bet, Steve.
Yeah, I know. I mean, look, they beat Coastal Carolina, and then they lost to NC State, and then they beat William and Mary and Stanford, and then beat Florida State.
And then the referees gave their next win to Louisville.
Maybe look, because I will say this, man, the whoever said it yesterday was spot on. I mean, that Virginia schedule, like after, it was the PFF you played. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, dude, like I wonder if the pressure is not going to get to them because I don't think they're great. Like I'll just be honest with you, but like I wonder if the pressure is not going to get to them. Cause it's like if you beat Louisville, then you're going to be favored in every game for the rest of your schedule. I mean, it's god awful. I mean, they play Washington State, UNC, Cal, Wake Forest, Duke, and Virginia Tech. That's the rest of their schedule.
It's like maybe Duke.
Yeah, Duke, because I think Duke's solid. Like, I don't think they're crap, So, I mean, yeah, I mean, there's definitely ways you could lose there, but it's like, dude, you got a nice, I mean, I don't know, man.
They got another JMU moment. This will be the last real stage we get.
I know.
Yeah, you're not getting a stage for Duke, Cal. Who else?
I mean, Virginia. They had Virginia Tech, Washington State.
Yeah. Is their shot?
So I mean, so they're going to have a little pressure on them tomorrow too. Coming into a raucous environment.
Second hour, we got to talk tactical, and we got to have a little bit of basketball conversation. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Go ahead and play us out, Nikki, so we can get a good, fresh, clean reset and keep it rolling on 93.9 The Ville. Sorry, y'all. I don't mean to put you to sleep. We got to play that background.
ASE certified tech who treat you like family. For a limited time, ESPN Louisville listeners get 10% off any repair or service. Just mention ESPN.
Yeah, I hate the music too. If that, it's worse than elevator music. Let's see what they got. What other options do we have? No, you don't want this crap.
Morgan changed my life.
Visit the 1020 and see why game days and nights are better at 1020. Watch your favorite football games in Louisville, Kentucky, along with Sunday and Monday night NFL games. 1020 is the perfect place to pregame for Lou City FC. Enjoy 1020 light beer brewed right here in Louisville for flavor and drinkability and served fresh to you. 1020 also has top-shelf liquors, wine, and great food. Game days and nights are better at 1020. 1020 Brewery. Come visit us.
Westwood One presents Today in Women's Sports. The Las Vegas Aces are back in the finals for the third time in 4 years. They outlasted the Indiana Pacers in overtime Tuesday, 107-98, in a win-or-go-home Game 5 of the semis. Reigning MVP Asia Wilson and Jackie Young combined for 67 points, the first teammates ever to score 30-plus in a WNBA playoff game. It hasn't been easy for Vegas this season. The Aces were under 500 in late July, but ripped off 16 straight wins to grab the 2 seed. Now, with Wilson leading the charge, they are favored.
More running back options.
Obviously, we're not complacent. It's not we're happy to be here because we worked our butts off to get here. We went through the mud for this one. We weren't necessarily buried. We were planted, and we sometimes had to let the soil kind of get moisture, and then we had to grow. And now we're still growing.
The finals tip off Friday as the Aces host the Phoenix Mercury. With Today in Women's Sports, I'm Jody Jackson on Westwood One.
Straight Talk presents The Math of More. Here's how it works. When you say yes to more with Straight Talk, you're left with more for all the other good stuff. So getting an unlimited plan starting at just $25.
Okay, I played that one.
Savings for your family's weekend adventures. And with the network covered by Verizon, you can share more from wherever you go. It's simple math, really. More equals more with Straight Talk. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Taxes and fees apply. The $25 plan requires...
Okay, I'm gonna just hit a random spot in the preview. See what they say.
Anyway, and these Friday night games keep stabbing the ACC in the back. That's what ended up happening. I don't think Virginia is all average or below par would lose. I think that will now be Louisville in the Jeff Brom era.
A double overtime win.
Your home is your fortress.
Talking about the random clips. Well, let's do it again. Screw it. Let's see what they're talking about.
You nearly almost threw the game away there. And I love Chandler Morris. I think he's done a great job and also taking that step up from last year at North Texas, leading the country in touchdowns to making his name at Virginia a little bit. But he is a little turnover prone. You can't deny that. And Louisville,
Credit to
I
three
agree a lot
bold
with Quinn.
takes.
What you're sensing from them is a solid, sound defense, and then an offense that's going to be able to move the
Give them a call, 502-609-3900. They do regrouting, recaulking, cleaning, sealing, tile repair, and replacement. It's funny, like all the places you see grout, you don't even realize. Like I was in my shower yesterday and I was like, hey, wipe this down. And I'm like, that's grout.
Right.
Like, oh my gosh. Yeah. You're like, grout is everywhere, man. Like Jeremy Wheatley, I know him personally, and the first time me and him had chatted and he's like, yeah, we got a business. I'd like to do some stuff, and I'm like, oh, what are you doing? They're like, oh, the grout cleaning and stuff. And I'm like, is that a lot of grout? And I'm like, and ever since you start noticing, you're like, God, there's grout everywhere,
right?
Everywhere, in your floors and everywhere. But they can clean it and change the look of your house. They do residential, commercial. I already mentioned Jeremy Wheatley, Audrey, and Marty McGraw. Give them a call for a free estimate, 502-609-3900.
So this little thing has been bugging me, Steve.
Oh.
It has nothing to do with sports. So
okay,
everybody who's just going to talk sports now, let's check out for 5 minutes.
Oh, are you the new Bob? Are you the new Bob now? Are we the new Bob? I think we are, aren't we?
Steve.
We're the new Bob.
Steve, I can't get this out of my head because I don't know what was missing from my chicken and rice last night. And I still smell it in the air, Steve. You ever just, you did everything right, but something was missing. Are you a chicken and rice person, Steve?
One of my favorite things on planet Earth.
Really?
Yeah.
You prefer shredded or chunks?
Chunks preferably, but like I'm okay with.
As long as it's big shreds, not
right.
not tiny stringy shreds. Shreds. Would you say that? Or you?
Yes.
You say what?
It's awful quiet. Maybe he's gone.
I'm here. Are you here?
We heard big shreds, and then he was gone.
Mark, is he there?
Yeah. Where are y'all?
Okay, maybe he just chicken and rice. He just got way too excited. He's like, you know what, chicken and rice, and now I'm out of here. So, he started talking about that. Just decided he was going to go ahead and do it. I don't know. I'm going to speculate for a second on what his
YouTube. Can y'all hear them?
Out. Texter says maybe the onions were the leave out. Onions and garlic.
Can y'all hear Steve on the YouTube channel?
I don't know. Okay. I will say this really quick. I'll say this. Give him time to come back. And if he doesn't, then we'll move on. But I have a wok. You know what a wok is, right?
Yeah.
The big thing you cook rice
right.
in.
Yeah.
And I have been considering cooking some rice and stuff, but
see, Nikki didn't hit the audio or something. Think about this.
Okay. Oh, you're back.
Oh, listen, he did something.
Okay.
Are we? Listen,
are we blaming Nick? We're just blaming Nick blindly on this.
Look, I want to know what I want to hear Nick say. Oh, my fat fingers just hit the sound. We never left.
I actually, you know what? I'm usually not team Nick on this.
Think about this.
Might be.
Steve, if I could hear you, I could hear you. I could hear Nick.
Yeah.
The YouTube channel could hear both of you. So there was never any disruption on this end whatsoever.
Okay. Well, let's blame Nick then. I prefer to blame Nick.
I didn't touch anything. I was just sitting here listening to shredded chicken talk.
Well, it's your fault.
I didn't touch anything.
You have this walk. Okay, I'm listening. You have this walk.
Yeah, walk. Sorry.
Yeah, no, and I've been thinking about starting to cook some rice, and because I like hibachi so much.
Oh, fried rice is the best.
Yeah. And my brother-in-law made some the other day, and it was fantastic. And I was like, I need to learn how to do this because I could make a big pot of rice and just eat the rice alone. I don't even eat chicken. Like rice is like my favorite thing to eat.
Really?
Yeah.
I kind of needed some chicken, maybe a smattering of veggies, peas, sprouts, something like that. But I do love rice.
Well, no. I mean, like I would put that in it. I'm just saying, like I could do it without chicken, but like I like the.
Do you put like some egg in there?
Yeah, put some egg, put some, some veggies, some things.
Yeah, I don't have a fried rice game. I have a perfect white rice game. tenderloin. Yeah, just chicken breast. Yeah. I can do those things. I never ventured into the egg and the shrimp fried rice world. I need some Mount Fuji. It's been a while.
Yeah, Mount Fuji's great. I had it the other day.
You had it the other day when you left it?
I did. I just went down and got me a chicken and rice. I was like, this is fantastic. I didn't even get the sushi roll.
And they haven't skipped the beat, have they?
Nope. I got chicken, shrimp, and rice. Fried rice with the. It was amazing.
I might get that for lunch.
It was so good.
That sounds so good.
I mean, I was like, I almost ate the entire thing. I was like, this is great.
Okay. You send me images.
Yes.
You send me basketball images.
Images. We got some basketball pictures. Okay. We wanted to see kind of what you think about it, but they posted something. It looks like yesterday. We got a picture of Kenai Roos. Looks like maybe a putback dunk there. You got Mo Kamara going up.
Putback dunk.
You got Case and Pryor dunking the ball.
Okay,
yeah.
What are you noticing?
Looks like it.
Coach looks like he's in good shape.
Yeah. I mean, one thing I did notice, Michael Brown was wearing a gold jersey.
Okay, is that the biggest story coming out of it, or is it Case and Pryor dunking?
I mean, Case and Pryor dunk. Like, Case and Pryor can dunk. Like, I mean, he's back enough. He can dunk. So, like, I'm not, like, overboard with that,
Woolley looks rather tall.
Yeah.
Woolley
went up there. Was him and Ali Khalifa.
Okay, I want you to do this. What's your favorite picture and why? Actually, no, we'll reverse it. What's my favorite picture out of all the pictures, Steve? And you will have the right answer. You scroll through all those pictures and you tell me which one is my favorite picture.
I mean, probably Sananda Frew. Dunking the basketball.
Why would you answer
underneath? That's my favorite.
Oh, Steve.
I don't know. Because, I mean,
disappointing.
Just fantastic.
Okay, Steve.
Love my bigs.
I want you to go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 8th picture. No, I'm sorry. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The 13th picture.
Okay. Comwell and Kobe Rogers.
Steve. Any human being. You know what? I'm going to ban myself from saying this. I'm going to try to ban myself because I can scream this from the mountaintop over and over again, but until people just start listening, I'm just going to be so sad. Do you see how low he is, Steve? Do you see how low Conwell is?
I did. And I almost went with the with the one where he's going, or it looks like he's trying to get around Frew.
Yep.
Because I mean that's one where it looks like he's turned that edge on the baseline, and I mean he plays low.
The one with Frew,
no doubt about it.
What's funny, the one with Frew, you could tell he's in a position to do that. You know that upper body flop where you try to get the call, but you don't get all the way off balance. You just kind of do the
right.
I think he's kind of ready to do that. Just kind of get his bring attention to his hands being on me. But he's already turned the corner.
Yeah.
But listen, him being that low and having a live dribble and being in that attacking of a position, I'm like, he's gonna be on the free throw line, and he's gonna be able to make. That's an adult. That's an adult. Like it
really is, man.
When we talk about, hey, okay, what it's funny. We're getting our good national respect, right? We got a hell of a schedule. We can get knocked on our keister quick, and get humbled and have to get off the mat. That's all possible. But when
it's so hard going from football to basketball conversation because you almost have to reprogram your whole brain. Where you're like, well, I mean, we get mad respect. Like, I mean, we're Louisville. Basketball, it's like, yeah, I mean, they got us top 5 because like we're Louisville, and now I'm Georgia, and then I'm immediately turning right back around, going, I'm not going to play there. And it's like, oh yeah, all right, yeah.
We get full tilt respect on the basketball side, Steve. We're and like you said, we're kind of silly arrogant with it too. Like
I know, yeah, it's like,
yeah.
Yeah, when somebody's like, "Oh, y'all should go play at Bellarmine," I'm like, right, yeah, totally.
Yeah, that attacking position is like, I got a couple of adults that are going to help get me through.
Yes,
that are going to help me get through the tough early stretch.
Yes,
Isaac McNeely is an adult, Steve.
Yeah.
Do we know? Do we realize how adult McNeely is?
Well, let me ask you this. Look, let me do some dissension radio. You ready for this?
I'm listening.
Like a little team dissension radio. Let's start some drama.
I'm listening.
Do you buy anything into only taking Hadley and Conwell to the ACC Media Days and not McNeely?
No.
Okay.
No.
Me either. But I was hoping that we could start some crap.
No, not at all.
I wanted to fool James Blackett. Like, you don't think maybe I bet McNeely's got an attitude. But he's like, I'm a shooter. Well,
wait a minute. Who went, Steve?
Well, they haven't went yet, but they announced all the players and stuff, and it's Coach Kelsey, and then they're taking Conwell and Hadley.
Conwell and Hadley.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're the adults.
I mean, Ali Khalifa was here last year. Kobe Rogers. All right, Coach.
It might be one of those teams like.
Coach has his favorites.
You want to start something?
Yeah, let's start some crap.
Okay.
Come on, start something, man. Get inside the locker room. Let's start some. It's team's too good, man. Let's put some dissension in there.
Woolley thought he should have been selected, and he feels like that's already a shot.
Oh,
Woolley thought he should have been selected. Woolley's like, behind Michael, ain't none of y'all talking about going to the league.
Mm-hmm.
Woolley called his agent. It's like, hey, man, this is some BS.
Yeah, why ain't they taking me?
Do they realize I'm being talked about on the board over all these dudes?
How do you not take Michael Brown?
Ooh.
How mad is he?
Ooh. I mean, we're talking about a top 5 projected pick, not even going to the ACC Media Day?
Mm-hmm.
Coach.
Got his favorite. Yep, Coach got his favorite.
Coach, what are we doing here?
Taysom Pryor gave you an ACL last year, dude.
Say that again.
Taysom Pryor gave you an ACL last year.
He should be at the ACC Media Day.
He should be at ACC.
He should be telling his story.
I know
of redemption.
This team, they're gonna fall apart. I can't believe there's not fights happening every day over there.
Who said there isn't?
I bet there is. I bet they hate each other. You don't hear Coach ain't talking about love this year. I don't hear a bunch of.
Now that one.
I don't hear a bunch of. They love each other.
Now that one was funny, Steve.
Yeah. Yep. Don't hear a bunch of that this year, do you?
Because his season starts on selection show Sunday.
I know.
How crappy is that, Steve?
I know.
His season doesn't start till the selection show.
Somebody said a lot of schools don't allow freshmen to go to media day. I'm like, well, a lot of schools don't have a lottery pick as a freshman. Stop trying to take up for the team.
I'm sure Michael Brown gets enough social media exposure.
I know.
How many of those guys just think it's stupid? It's like, I don't want to go there.
In reality.
In reality, Steve, how many guys?
Nobody wanted to go.
Yeah, because listen, I mean, Zoom. I want to go to my room. I want to go to my home. I'll Zoom in. I'll zoom in.
Coach probably had to beg two guys like Conwell and Hadley, because there's a real conversation.
They probably played knockout for it. The last two got to go.
Yeah, no, then I'm gonna be very upset with that. I'm gonna be very upset with that if they were the last two.
The last two got to go.
Yeah, played horse to see who goes.
Who can avoid going?
Yeah. No, in reality, though, the conversation I really want to have here is I do wonder, though, if that's not a little bit of a, I mean, are they going to kind of be the vocal captains, like Conwell, with the officials? Are you going to see, is it going to be Conwell and Hadley kind of being the ones that,
I mean, Conwell's cold.
Yeah. Yeah.
He'll be easy to spot as the adult.
Yeah.
Javon Hadley is easy to spot as an adult on the court.
Yeah, and I think Conwell kind of is too. So I mean, the real conversation I want to have here. I mean, it is much easier to just make problems, though, isn't it? We should start doing radio.
It's
like that.
amazing how easy it is to cause drama.
Yeah, it's so much easier to do that than to find out than just to say, yeah, no, they're probably going to be the leaders and the captains, and that's the reason they're going. But I do think that is kind of. I mean, look, because when I got a top 5 team, top 10 team. I'm psychoanalyzing everything. So to me, like last year, I would have been like, oh, cool. Who's the captains? I don't care. The older guys, whatever. This year, it matters to me a little bit. Like I'm going, okay, so are these my two? Are these my two?
Are these the guys you're depending on
to work the official, to talk to the official, to keep everything in line out there? Like, okay, I'm going to watch you two differently. And I think that's kind of what Coach is telling you here. It was like, hey, these are two that we feel comfortable with that are going to kind of lead the team.
Yeah, I mean, Frew is not going to be the talker.
No.
Z is not going to be the talker.
Mm-mm. I mean, McNeely's probably not going to.
McNeely, I
shooter,
mean, yeah. I mean, talk about his transferring. I mean, he was a good interview.
Sure.
Talking about, finding out the coach was quitting right in the pregame. Nikki.
It's like, Zachary didn't have nowhere to go. But yeah. I mean,
yeah, like I said,
Esther says, did I miss football? How do we feel about UVA?
Switch gears.
No, we
get back to football.
We did talk football the first hour. We're going to. Somebody says 22 more days. That is crazy.
Is it that close?
It's 22 days till Kansas.
We play Kansas in 22 days.
Right? What day do we play Kansas? 22nd? Or it's 22 days till Kansas? Okay, so what would that be? The 24th? I don't know. That's not good. Nick's giving me hand signals. So I'm like,
yeah, I don't know. I was like, signaling a pitch.
It's like, what are you doing, man? But yeah, I mean, it's here, man. Like basketball creeps up on you. I always say college football is the best opening to a season because you're starving.
Wait a minute. So when do we play Kansas and when do we play Miami?
Oh, no, Kansas is Miami's October 17th. Friday, October 17th.
Okay.
Then the next week, we play Kansas. Now, we play Clemson and Kentucky on the same week. We got the Kentucky game. Like, when you're looking at the football schedule and you're like, oh, we got Virginia and Miami, and okay. And then you remember, you heard me say it a minute ago. I said, well, and then you got Boston College, Virginia Tech, and Cal, and then, Clemson's in here. You play Kentucky that week. That's crazy.
You better strap.
Yeah.
You better get your friends at Tri-State together.
Yeah. Like, hey, y'all ready? Yeah. So I'm thinking Kansas must be Louisville, Kansas. If it's 22 days, that means we're playing on the 24th. So, yeah, I mean, and it'll be rolling like that.
Give me a Louisville football prediction. I know we don't do predictions. Give me
Okay.
something you expect to happen in the football game. Give me a bold football prediction.
I expect Miller Moss to look cleaner from the start. I think that was a big deal. That second half last week for him, just kind of like, hey, this is your home now. I think he finally settled in and was
I like that
I'm
one.
The Louisville quarterback.
I like that one. I like that one.
Yeah.
By the way, 8150 93.9 is the number. 3831 and 93.9. That's a good
well, you got to think, Marcus. He grew up in California. Okay, he grew up in California. He was born and groomed to be the USC quarterback. Like that was his
calling,
his destiny, his calling in life. And I just think that, you do that. Now you're at Louisville. He really hasn't felt like it was, not that he hasn't embraced Louisville. He hasn't been great, right? But it's not really felt like.
So he was here trying not to screw up.
Yeah. It feels like, hey, I transfer and I got to make this work. I feel like the second half of that Pitt game, because Louisville fans hadn't really embraced him yet either. And I could tell that on Saturday how quick we were all. I raised my hand, all of us. Ain't no finger pointing here. How quick we were all like, well, maybe you move on. Like that means you haven't embraced this guy yet. Like as my guy. And it felt like the second half of that Pitt game, it was almost like Louisville fans and Miller Moss.
Was it the Paritsky throw?
I think it was the second half as whole, but that might have been the one because that's such an elite throw that it was like, oh, that's good. And that's in traffic and that's you're got pressure in your face. That's incredible. And it was almost like we hugged and was like, okay, you're mine and I'm yours. And now it's like going into this game, it feels like Miller Moss is the Louisville quarterback. That's his identity now. It's like you're not the former USC guy.
Mm-hmm.
You're the Louisville quarterback now with Jeff Brom.
Yeah, with Coach Brom. You're the newest version of Coach Brom's prodigy or project.
Yeah. And I think he'll come out Saturday and I think he'll look confident from the beginning. He'll play confident from the beginning. I think his interactions in the huddle will be better from the beginning. And we'll see that early that like, oh, okay. All right. He's getting it rolling here,
Let me join that conversation.
With that being said, I just guarantee to pick 6 on play 1. This guy sucks.
Okay. Well, because of what you said, if I was going to give like a what I can see happening, what I can really see happening, I think Virginia saw that second half of Miller Moss. I think Virginia has a respect for Miller Moss that the previous two teams didn't have. The previous guys, I think he showed he can hit those guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think if we have a healthy running back room, an available running back room, I think we see our running game come back.
Yeah.
I think Miller Moss will be efficient with less throws, so I do agree with you, but I think we see a big uptick in the running game. I don't see Virginia selling out like these other teams were doing. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I don't see them bringing those 3 linebackers just crashing, backing off the line and thinking they're going to get home on Miller Moss because he is doing a better job too of getting a little more a little depth on his drop back.
Yep.
He's just looking a little more comfortable with that. Ooh.
Yeah.
Chris Bell showed how dangerous he was with the, Ooh.
Yeah, he's been getting player of the week stuff,
I think the running game has to come back, right? Or would that be us seeing it for the first time this year?
Nick's come around the corner 3 times, zipping his pants up. I'm like,
the button ripped on these shorts. They keep falling.
I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm really trying to pay attention.
I didn't mean
here.
to distract you. I'm sorry.
And then he's just constantly, just like Marcus, just constantly like, zip my pants up. Like, dude, you zip your pants, man. Shouldn't be hard. Should be hard to keep your pants zipped. Anyways, sorry.
How did you rip your button off, Nikki?
Yeah, just I'm sorry. Like, it's just like, God,
how do you think he ripped his button off, Steve?
Probably like an aggressive bathroom run.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, man.
There can't be that much urgency unless they're just too small.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're crapping your pants again and just.
Well, that happens.
Yeah, obviously. No, I think the two go together hand in hand, though. I mean, with what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, Miller comes out a lot more confident. You back him off. I don't think Virginia plays that way, like you're saying. I think there's definitely room there. Now, again, you were 100% right. That all depends on. I mean, that's what I'm looking for. 1 and 1A.
Their respect level for Miller Moss or the run game.
The run game. No, I'm looking for a health. I mean, tonight when I get, I mean, what am I going to get? I assume I'm going to get some questionables there, but I mean, is Kewan Brown back? Or
everybody's going to be questionable, Steve. Nobody's going to be probable.
But if Kewan is questionable, I'm like, oh, okay, well, he's probably going to play. You know, like I want to see, do I add that piece back? You know, I mean, Rodney Johnson didn't play last week. He was out, and that didn't get any conversation, really. I'm like, he's a really good defensive back. Like, he didn't play in that game.
So you can guarantee he'll be questionable.
Yeah, or is he out for longer? I mean, you know, there's stuff. There is some things I will learn. I mean, like, you know, I'm not necessarily a huge injury report guy, but
because you don't buy it.
Yeah, and, you know, whatever. Like, I mean, I get why you have to have them, though, you know, just so everybody's on an even playing field there. But
one last question before we hit our last break.
Sure.
The other day, Coach Braun was talking about Miller Moss, and he said he kind of gave that little hesitation, like, you know, he's good at the intermediate thing. You know, he can get the ball out quick. He's used to seeing that. And he said it's kind of like, I don't want to give the other stuff away. What do you think he was referring to as far as what he needs to come along with in Miller Moss's game?
That's a good question, because I do remember.
You remember how it was?
Nick has it real quick. Let Nick play it just so we can rehear it. Yeah, and then we'll go.
Quarterback is not an easy position to play. Right now he's 4-0, so that's a pretty good statistic. I thought he was efficient in the pass game. Once we got throwing the football, he was accurate. You're never going to play perfect at quarterback, so we can sit here and analyze all we want. That's fine. We analyze too, and we try to improve and get better and be as sharp as we can. But, you know, you got guys coming at you. You got defenses giving you different looks. You got tight coverage. You got to pick and choose and make decisions quickly. And I thought he stood in there and did a really good job. So we're going to continue to work hard and figure out what he does best. I think you got to be careful you don't put too much pressure on the passing game and the quarterback, but yet we're going to have to throw it at times. And I just think this game, we got in a rhythm with him. He felt comfortable as we changed a few things, especially in the second half, and we just got to continue to find what he does well and get our playmakers the ball where he is feeling confident and efficient.
Okay, I know that wasn't necessarily the clip you were talking about. I know, but I did want to go ahead and listen to that because that was him last night, and I do like to hear my coach midweek on him, and that's not Nick's fault. Like that was perfect from last night. So when you use that and now when I hear him talking about him midweek and then I couple it with, because what you're talking about, it did catch my eye because he said, well, there's some things he's like, and we won't get into that. Or he said, I don't want to tell you everything. Yeah. Something like that. Cause I was like, that always catches my eye. But it does. I don't know if there is anything or if it's as much, it might have just took off a little much. I'm just giving an alternate point of view here. Maybe it just took off a little much that he didn't know cadences. And maybe they're just like, that might have just been protecting my guy. Like, it's not like y'all are acting like he's dumb now. And now he comes out and he plays a bad first quarter. He's hurt all week, and now he's playing a bad first quarter, and people are like, he can't even do the cadence.
Right.
So,
no, because once you put the criticism out there for a quarterback, like it's pretty much done.
Yeah. So I kind of think that might have been all it was.
It's just kind of walk it back a little bit.
Yeah. It's just kind of like, hey, we're working on some things, and there's some things he needs to do. But with Jeff Brom, I mean, he's so elite at teaching a quarterback. It could be the smallest, minute detail to us that Jeff Brom's like, he's just got to get better with the way his toes planted when he throws.
Right.
I mean, it could be the most minute detail. That's why it's so hard to answer a quarterback question. I mean, I'm doing the best I can to dodge your question. But it's why it's so hard to answer a quarterback question with a guy like Jeff Brom, because I'm like, it could literally be anything.
Yeah, I could be nitpicking you all the way to death.
That he's like, no, that little detail is screwing you up altogether. You've got to fix that.
And if you have a cadence issue, this would be the best year to have it when you have 8 home games.
Yeah, absolutely. Real quick, before we go to break, Texter said Miller Moss is getting better with his check down. What do you think about that?
That Texter you might be sharper on that one than me, because I only remember maybe one.
Well, some of them might have been play calls too underneath, but
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not saying that Texter might be totally right.
Comfortable with Chris Bell.
With looking for Chris Bell.
I think he's his safety blanket.
Because he fights to get the ball.
Up to him. Yeah, I think he'll throw it. I think he gives Chris Bell an opportunity a lot of times, or he looks to Chris Bell as a second. Even if he's not the first option, it feels like he goes to Chris Bell regardless of who the second check would be.
What do you expect the Colin Lacey workload to be?
I think what you saw against Pitt will start to probably be the minimum.
About the same. Okay. So you do see it going up.
The baseline.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that'll be the baseline. Yeah, and it'll be higher some games lower, but I think they did a really good job at him being involved a lot. He was all over the place. He's getting handoffs. I mean, that deep ball he got, that is just a major play in the game.
It seemed like they have been waiting for the right coverage to get that play call.
It did, and they delivered. He delivered on the route. Miller delivered the ball. I mean, it was like that play in a nutshell hasn't got enough conversation this week of how, we've broke down so many different plays, and it's like, how big was that deep ball to Colin Lacey in the game and the time and score? Like, it was incredible.
Okay, really quick. When you think about that throw, does Steve say you got to hit him in stride, or Steve say you just make sure you get it to him where you can catch it?
No, you get that ball to him, man. Yeah, you just get that ball to him. Like, that's
because he can break it. Because he can break a tackle.
Yes, and that's a deep throw. With Pitt was getting in Miller Moss's face. Like, he wasn't just sitting back there. I mean, he had a few clean pockets. I want to credit the offensive line, but Pitt was getting after him. And that was just a hell of a throw, 30, 40 yards down the field.
He made it look routine too.
And put it this way, Marcus, as good as Louisville's kickers are, it's important just to flip that field. Because that's dang near, knock on wood, guaranteed points. I know Keller missed another deep one, but dude, he's 2 of 3 on 55 plus. I'm okay with that. Like,
they come out straight.
And Ranvier, he's money from anywhere inside of 40, 45. So it's like, it's important just to get down there. So
touchbacks, all touchbacks.
I prefer that, but I don't know. Maybe there's a reason.
There has to be some kind of reason if he's not doing it. Because, like I said, just kicked out of bounds. Like, what good is having a power kicker like that?
Yeah. To me, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah. Just don't even give him a chance. All right, let's take our last commercial break. Rolling along, 939 The Ville.
Scott Graham here from Thursday Night Football on Westwood One. The week kicks off with Matthew Stafford.
Let me find some more crappy music, people. Let's go. Well, this crap. God, that sucks.
Customer first service. Professional, reliable, and always with your satisfaction in mind. Call them today for your free estimate at 502-609-3900. That's 502-609-3900. The Grout Medic of Louisville will bring your tile back to life.
nature or father time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course, they'll work with your insurance. They also mentioned an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today. Who is going to be the owner of the football gold jersey on the offensive side and defensive side Saturday?
Post game, right?
Post game.
Okay. Let's see. Defensive. Give me
Clev.
I was going to say Clev. But
He's going to get too much.
Ron English.
He's going to get too much attention now.
Well, and I think Chandler Morris can give us the football a few times.
He did say that, didn't he?
Yeah, so I'm like, do I want to go with like Watts or do I want to go
Someone
with
in the secondary? Yeah.
or somebody?
Surely they're going to
to
stay away from the middle. They're going to stay away from TJ Quinn, right?
You would think, right? Especially after last week. But then again, do I give the jersey to them or do I give the jersey to Conga or Wesley Bailey because they're in his grill all day long?
Texters, help Steve out. Who gets the defensive MVP on the text line? 8150-939 is the number. 3831-939. And on YouTube, Made for the Ville, I'll kind of see what gold jersey explanations I have on my end, Steve.
Okay, let me do this really quick too. Let's look at Chandler Morris really quick. Let's look at
the
Chandler
season
Morris.
stats.
I'm looking at his game by game. Okay. And game by game. And stats aren't always the story. We know that. Right. Against Coastal Carolina, he had 264 for 2 touchdowns. Okay.
Total yards?
Mm-hmm.
Running and passing? Or is that
just passing yards.
Okay.
Passing yards. Yeah. Rushing, he had 50. Okay. NC State, he had 257, 1 touchdown and 1 pick. William and Mary.
In a loss,
yeah. William and Mary, he had 149, but he probably didn't play a lot. It was 56-16, so I'm not really holding him accountable there. Stanford, he had 380 for 4 touchdowns.
Stanford had 380 for 4 touchdowns.
But then he played a front 7 that got after him. In Florida State.
State. Okay.
He had 229 for 2 touchdowns and 3 picks.
He only had 2 touchdowns?
Two touchdowns and 3 picks.
With that running game?
About that?
We got a hell of an opportunity, man.
I know. And Florida State's secondary got after him.
The secondary.
Mm-hmm.
You mean like blitzing from from different angles, or
this is just sad text. I hate I have to do this.
I'm listening.
This is like I don't like to be the bearer of bad news. This texter said Stan Kwan's going to step up and get with the big game and get the jersey.
They just misspoke.
He's out for the year. Sorry, texter.
They just misspoke.
I know. No, I'm sorry. I don't like to be the bearer of bad
They
news.
they were
that
taking TJ Quinn.
Texter is going through what we all went through 2 weeks ago. We're like, dang.
I'm just gonna shoehorn him back into the lineup.
Dang it, we lost Stan Kwan. Like, somebody said,
go ahead.
Somebody said still Clev. Even if they throw a pick, it's probably because his pressure.
He is a grown man, ain't he?
Yeah, he's good, man. He's good.
They really complement each other. They have a strong rush.
Yeah.
Up front.
Yep, and he's an elite one too, man. And when he gets going,
how funny is it when how funny is it when we go back to you remember that conversation we had where we were talking about how the defense is ahead of the offense, and we were just daring to speculate like maybe they are, like maybe they're good.
yeah,
Like maybe they're really making our offense look bad, and maybe it's pissing everybody off over there.
right.
But we're just like,
Right.
no, it's just us playing against us. It's like, no, man.
Okay, all right. Texas back. He said he meant capers. He was thinking Stanquan's backup.
Okay.
Or he or she. Yeah.
Okay.
They're driving. Oh, good, man. All right, they had some fun with us. All right, I was like,
so you didn't have to be. You didn't have to.
I didn't want to be that guy. It had to be like,
right, because
hey,
maybe they missed the last couple games, and
man, I'm sorry. Or it's easy, man. And as how fast social media moves, it's easy to miss. Like, because it's not really been announced that Stanquan's going to be out for the year.
Right.
I mean, it's just been like, we don't expect to get him back. So, it's kind of like, I was kind of joking, but I'm also serious. Like, that's an easy thing to miss. Like,
I got Hillamore. I got a TJ Quinn.
Yeah. Somebody asked about AJ Green if he's been playing. He has.
Has he been disruptive? He just hadn't got home.
No, I think he has. I mean, I think he's had some great plays. I mean, on defense, I did find it funny. Like the other day, we're listening to the PFF guys that you played yesterday, and like they didn't even mention Wesley Bailey. I'm like, pretty good, guys. So like,
maybe they did later on.
They might have.
Yeah. Because I cut it right at the end of that.
But some of that too goes back to, like, I was even listening to Eric McLean. He was on with Andy yesterday from the ACC network.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he's a former football player. And there were some of the things that, like, he was at Andy asking him that I was like, I'm listening to his answer and I'm like, you just looked at stats. You know what I'm saying? Which is understandable, dude. Like, it's hard for national media. It's hard for me to keep up. I only care
my
about
own
one
team.
team.
Yeah, it's hard enough to
keep up.
Yep.
So like, I can't imagine. They're probably, dude, I'm going on with somebody in Louisville. I need to look up. Okay, Miller Moss had this passing. AJ Green's had 2 fumble recoveries. So I can see where somebody's just like, well, AJ Green's been great. You're like, man, he's had 2 fumble recoveries. It's like, yeah, I mean, he's been good, but like, Wesley Bailey's like the one getting a lot of the pressure early, and Renee Conga and those guys. So. I mean, I'm not totally done that, and it could have just been that, but that's kudos to him for being there and making plays, and putting your name on that stat sheet for whatever reason,
Okay, well, give a shout out, Steve.
I will, man, because I'm gonna need it. I told y'all yesterday. I'm gonna tell you again. I got a big day Saturday. We were just in the group text talking about what kind of breakfast bagel sandwiches we want. I mean that's. It's a big